Hi, I'm Darryn Farrugia and welcome. In last week's video, I showed you a layered hand pattern which was based on the right hand playing a cascara rhythm. So in this video, I'm going to take that same hand pattern and I'm just going to reorchestrate it a few different ways. So these ideas come from page 56 of my book, Groove Perspectives. Now, if you're interested in checking out that book, I'm going to leave a link in the description underneath this video. And I should also say that now we are offering single book purchases. So if you want to buy a single book rather than buying the 2-book package, that is now on offer. So again, I'll leave a link in the description below as to how you can get a copy of that if you're interested. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video where I demonstrate this hand pattern, I would urge you to check that out. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description below. What I'll do now though is I'll play you that hand pattern. I'll count it in slowly so you can have a listen to how this sounds. And again, I'm going to play it between the hi-hat and the snare drum. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the hand pattern. We have a whole bunch of bass drum variations to go with that, or you can just make up your own, but for the moment that's just the hand pattern. I might choose 1 or 2 bass drum patterns to play underneath that, but this is more about the reorchestrations. So the first obvious reorchestration is to move the right hand from the hi-hat to the ride cymbal, and the left hand is just going to keep playing the snare drum. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next reorchestration idea is to continue playing the right hand on the ride cymbal, but what I'm going to do now is move my left hand across to the hi-hat, and I'm going to come back to the snare drum to play those 2 accents, those 2 backbeats. Now, a little variation on this is I'm going to open the hi-hat on the and of 3. So I'm just going to play the hi-hat on its own so you can hear what the hi-hat is doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to add that to the ride cymbal and I'll add some bass drum in as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to keep the left hand on the hi-hat as I've just been playing it, but I'm going to make a little alteration to what the right hand is doing. So I'm going to continue with the right hand pattern on the ride cymbal, but on the and of 3, I'm going to move my right hand over to my second tom. And what that's going to do is play in unison with the open hi-hat with my left hand. So let's have a listen to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing to consider here is that the right hand can also play a cowbell, which would also sound good, or if you've got a stack of some sort or a second hi-hat, feel free to move beyond the ride cymbal. If you've got other sound sources that you would like to use, I would strongly recommend that. Here is the last of our reorchestrations. The ride cymbal is going to play what I just played. So we've got the ride cymbal with that tom hit on the and of 3. The left hand's going to get a little busier this time. So what I'm going to do is play the first note of the left hand pattern on the first tom. I've got that open hi-hat on the end of 3, and now I'm also adding a floor tom on the last note of the bar. So this is a busy left hand pattern. Let me play that for you slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'll play it at this tempo again, but I'm going to add the ride cymbal and the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that pattern was the one that you heard me play at the very start of this video. So anyway, there you go. There are a few reorchestrations of this layered hand pattern that I presented in last week's video. And when you get into creating your own layered hand patterns, consider these options for reorchestrating. You know, you can make these things as interesting as you like. It's sort of designed to get you away from being in this position all the time, and then if you're playing a particular tune that allows you to be a little bit more interactive with a soloist or allows you to, you know, build intensity or whatever, you can use these reorchestrations to achieve that, you know, so that you're not just playing at one sort of, I guess, monodynamic level, but we can create a lot of interest by reusing and, I guess, repurposing a pattern by, you know, reorchestrating it. It just adds color and more interest, and it just sounds good, I suppose, and it's fun to play. So there you go, a layered hand pattern reorchestrated. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. I don't know why you wouldn't subscribe, but anyway. And also remember to hit that notification bell so that you know when I've uploaded a video, which is every week. So until next week, have a great week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. Let me say all of that again. Oh my God. Yeah, all right.